the President's Center today. We got so many Division I games going on. You saw the starting lineups there. It's going to be fun. Immediately off the break, Michigan State goes quick, and it's Aikens slamming it down.
And how about that for the first play of Tom Izzo's 30th season as the head coach of these Michigan State Spartans? You said it, you can abuse a defense if you don't defend it right.
2 seconds on the clock. Then Carr goes all the way through. Final buzzer sounds. Michigan State's victorious in the first game of the season.
Numbers and the Michigan State, as always, looks to push in the first few seconds of that shot clock. They find Richardson for the open three, and the high arcing shot falls for the freshman.
Nice job by Richardson.
For Martinez.
Really well done by Russell.
Oh, a little ankle breaker, and it gets to Zapawa for the flush. Here's Sanders. Nice. Drops it off to Zapawa. Wraparound pass and the hammer for Carr.
Might try to look over the top of the zone. Ooh, they had an opportunity there.
Got the duck inside. Richardson kick out to Aikens.
Nails a three.
Well, that is huge for Aikens.
Holloway has it stolen away. Richardson on the run. One more slam for Michigan State. Richardson inside, Jackson Polar. Polar, cross court, great pass, better shot, knocked down, and the dance moves are on by Jaden Aikens.
Richardson finds Fiddler in the corner, and it's another made free for Michigan State. Pat Boyle wants a timeout. Here they come again. Fears up and in. That was special.
That one rims out the high archer from R.J. Davis. Michigan State 0 for 8, and how about that high flyer? Cohen Carr off the 7th place game to cap day 3 that might not have the same flow there, but Trey Holloman is in the flow. He has not missed. He has 13 points to lead everybody.
Separation, of course, they've done the majority of that with second chance opportunity.
Booker to the left hand, feathery.
As Ian Jackson loses a shoe.
14 points for Jackson, just one shoe on at the moment. And a finish in the lane by Aikens. They are trading blows here. Holloman shovel pass. And the smash by Cohen Carr.
Sophomore year, going up in front of our eyes.
Slipping and falling was Holloman. Somehow Michigan State still has it. And finding Booker down low. It was Jeremy Fears with the assist.
All right, let's see if we can make that happen. Once again.
Well, Michigan State secures 3rd place in this stacked field.
1 minute to that win against the Tar Heels. Now Richardson slashing, sets up Booker again, knocks it down. Second team foul in Michigan State. Trey Edmonds on the floor, number 5 for the first time. Received the bounce pass. Oh, looked to throw it down, could not finish.
Man, he had ill intentions on that.
And now Fears, that guy won't miss this opportunity.
Spartans in particular for Cohen Carr.
Mitchell lost the ball. Here comes Carr. Mitchell trying to get back. Carr lays it up and in, and a foul. Holloman, the Minneapolis native, played his high school ball in St. Paul. Rigsby crosses him over from the corner and drains it.
Ooh.
3 for Fears, yes. Michigan State has held a double-digit lead every moment since the 9:38 mark in the first half. Minnesota's been in the spot a few times, but there is another answer for Michigan State.
I mean, they're going to be tough to beat if all these guys are able to touch it, feel good, and contribute. Man.
6th miss for the Gophers as a team in the line tonight. Now, 3 up top for Holloman.
In the first half, that has not been the case down the stretch.
And the 3 goes down for Gehrig Rivers Norman.
Trey Holloman, one of the co-captains for Michigan State, wearing the white headband. And here's Fears with less than 10 on the shot clock. Holloman's three ball rattles in, out, and back down the well. Has 3 early assists in the game for Michigan State, now 4. And Akins drains a triple. Kohler, up it goes, short. Right to the again.
It's rare that somebody outbodies Juwan Gary, but Kohler did just there.
Jason Richardson threads his way inside. And Fears accelerates, but blows it tight. Throws it. Oh, my God! When life gives you lemons, throw it to Cohen Carr. On line, loose ball. Up for grabs at the free throw line. I didn't see who got it. Sean, who was it?
That would be Jackson Kohler.
Man. And Akins buries the 3.
Down with that. Go up with 2 hands.
Akins for 3. He's got 15 to lead Michigan State. Xavier Booker. Everything's going Sparty's way.
An active pin. There's number 7. Shooting 25% as a team from deep. They are 50% in this first half. Inside close. 4 on the shot clock. Zapawa had it down, knocked away. Booker from the corner. Final seconds in this one. Sanders.
That's knocked away. Cohen Carr gets it back. Carr. Ripped away. Carr again. Oh, he brought it back. Just one for their last 11. Richardson, nice pass to Carr again.
Start knocking down some threes.
Up top again. Cohen Carr to the 10th floor.
Off the bounce created that.
He can jam it, he can swat it. Pass it around Akins. Now Carr for 3. Oh, sequence for Cohen Carr as he finally makes a 3.
Now Kohler will pull. What a rebound down low from Cooper. I think it was one Akins catch and shoot. Couldn't hit. Tap back is good from Zapawa. In the corner, he knocked one down against FAU. Back-to-back games with a 3 for Cohen Carr.
6 to shoot. Holloman backs it up, looking. Akins, gotta hurry. Step back 3. Boom. Woo. Zapawa again draws a bump. Counted and the foul. Long jump shot. Richardson, and he'll knock it down.
You're coming up.
Zapawa with the flush. Timeout. Ohio State. Oakland then transferred to San Diego State. Loses the ball. Outlet Richardson. He's got Carr with him. And an easy layup. Rebounded by the Buckeyes. Shot clock doesn't reset. It's at 5. Thornton dribbles it off of his foot. Picked up by Booker. Big man into the front court. Gliding to the hole and laying it in. Woo! Holloman gets it back for 3. And it's good to shoot. Akins, hard drive. Scoop shot. Up and in. Consecutive NCAA appearances, 8-time National Coach of the Year. Parrish,
ball screen defense is going to have to be on point tonight because they're going to see a lot of different ones as they did there.
Jeremy Fears from downtown to get Michigan State on the board. Right block, take it away. Michigan State with numbers.
DJ to take him off that shot.
And then he just ripped it away. Up ahead, Akins. My, oh my, the lead is is already 29. And here he takes it away. Aikens throwing it down.
Him continue to knock down perimeter shots is difficult for them to create any kind of offense.
Certainly credit the Spartans defense as well. Holloman lines it up from the wing. And Emmett Smith, equally good. Oh, Sanders fading from 15.
Howlin to a curling Richardson down the lane. Jones contact and the foul. And Richardson will go to the line, doing it just like his dad. Bellevue, Nebraska, transfer from Omaha. Baseline, and it's good. Timeout Northwestern. This time it's Aikens knocking down a triple. Michigan State goes up by 10 on an 18-3 run. Takes that ball saved right into the hands of Kohler. Beats a cutting failure. Pound it down with two hands. When this happens,
You got to get yourself to the basket either via the drive, get to the free throw line. Don't give up those things right there. Because this Michigan State team seem in rhythm?
Here comes the screen by Cooper. Fears leads in, just throws it at the basket, and it goes down.
Could make that a half, my man.
Wow. Martinelli, the lefty, drives. Baseline. Tip. Holloman tracks to the cup. And jam. Thirds. 16. Oh my goodness.
Second shot, man.
The ATM is open.
On a Sunday in Evanston. A second time. He had.
The Michigan State fans in attendance. Right outside of Chicago.
Nice year, but that's not been one of his strengths there, shooting it from three.
It's been a strength of Trey Holloman. 33% on the season, and he trains.
But advancing the basketball.
Here's Fears. No look to Cooper for a two-hand stop. Coming right into the rim. Leon turning the corner. Lost the handle on that ball, and it's taken away by Fiddler. Frankly, Fiddler gave a couple of good minutes in that first half for the Spartans.
Got to the rim.
The drive again to the rim for two. Good flash by Fiddler. 10 to shoot. Here's Fiddler at the top, toes the line. There's the three. And he puts his hands over his eyes as if to say, where have you been my whole life?
That had to feel good cover, though, by Fiddler. He got beat on that back cut. Dillion looked like he could have a layup.
And Aikens with a three. With a little flex at the end. You got him that Fiddler. 4 to shoot. Richardson, 1 to shoot. Tough baseline shot. No, but there's Fiddler crashing the glass again.
Really not lengthening the game here.
Aikens, 3 to shoot. Count it! And the foul! And that may be the cherry on top.
To your bench when your top player is in foul trouble and bring in Will Riley.
Cooper, pretty little spin on the baseline.
Looks the kind of looks they want to get, and that time just a nice back cut against the defensive pressure from Michigan State.
Xavier Booker gets the Spartans their first 3 of the half.
Likewise.
3:44 to play. Michigan State goes to the box, and Kohler, bodies bumping. Kohler, young man who continues to take his game to new heights. Here comes Fears, turns the corner, that lightning quick acceleration, missed it, but it's tipped in by Kohler. Final second, Evie Sitch on the launch, and that's going to get us
The season thus far.
Interestingly, the Illini are 19th in the AP poll. They're 7th in the net. Beautiful up and under floater from Richardson. One possession game. Fiddler trying to create some space into the corner. This is Carr. Splash! And we are tied here in East Lansing.
Jonas are on the bench.
Fiddler finds the laces, and he sticks a triple. Michigan State has retaken the lead.
under 8-minute media timeout and the 4-minute timeout. Michigan State bar! Angry flush for the Spartans. Some choppy waters here in East Lansing. Boswell from 3, missed it. Holloman looking to push. Here comes Fears and contact. Got more than 3 minutes between field goals. Another offense now starting to show some life. Fiddler, but just brilliant. And Yakuchonis has fouled out.
Yeah, he's been rising all day, particularly here in the last 8 minutes.
What a game this has been. What a shot. Akins going glass. 7 seconds. Boswell underneath. Public house. Turnover.
Yes, Emmanuel Urbole is done for the year with a knee injury. Howlin lines it up, knocks it down. It's a 3. That is not what Michigan State is known for. Dave, that is a 10-3 lead for Rutgers.
Let's see if they can keep the guards out of the lane.
Tough drive and finish. It's Cohen Carr. Jake Fiddler. The handles, the spin. Nice kick. Richardson got a 3. They make it. Rutgers is trying to get the crowd amped up for the final 45 seconds of this first half. There's that Phil. Richardson got a 3. That is just a great play. We talked about that before. Holloman flicks it. Nice ball fake. Swing, corner, Akins, bullseye. It's a 3. That's the cover. Somerville off the heel. Holloman with some this, you know. Look out! Major rack attack! Cohen Carr! New York City style! Fall too far. You don't even make the conference tournament. That's right. Richardson hands and hits. That's what I think can help their three-point shooting.
For 6 on 2-point attempts. Rigsby thought he got fouled, no call. And here comes Spears, has Akins out to the side.
Defense there by Osama to get back and stop that initial surge. Kohler for 3. Parker Fox just no passes.
Kohler's hit a 3. Trey Holloman. There's Kohler open again.
He has been aggressive and looking for his threes here in this first half. Pick more high scoring in that one.
Holloman. There's a 3.
But Jace Richardson just
largest lead so far for the Spartans at 14. Touch pass. Another turnover. Richardson came up a little bit limping there. Turns it on. Back to back. Yes! Mitchell, way too much. Richardson wants to run. Holloman, 3 in a row. The second half, halftime, Michigan State led by 20. Gopher slowly chipping away, but Carson Cooper says take that. Richardson. Carr. Oh, wow.
So far, 7 of the 10 points for Shellstad. He hasn't missed a shot yet. Speaking of not missing a shot, there's Jackson Kohler.
Jackson Kohler only shoots 20
at the steal. Richardson ahead. Yes. My, oh my, it's rocking at the Breslin Center. And some of his other guys don't settle for early threes. Richardson again. Oh boy. Well, you You can tell they miss Jeremy Fears Jr., their freshman point guard. 18 feet, maybe that will get Jaden Akins going.
Don't know where to go with the basketball, and they've got to attack that Big Ten area and look for opportunities.
They do find Holloman across the way, and he knocks down the three.
The dribble finish.
Here's Richardson navigating, leaning. Count it, and a foul. Breslin centers come back to life quickly. Richardson had a hot hand early. He drives, knows, Apollo, yes! And if you weren't with us for the first half, the point guard for Michigan State, Jeremy Fears, out sick. Three-pointer going for the freshman, Jace Richardson.
Nice screen by...
It's been a quiet day for this man, Jaden Akins. Their leading scorer only has 3 points. He doubled it right there.
Well, we said earlier coming into this half that Jaden Akins had to get going, and he's got to do a lot more of that. That's an offensive foul.
It is.
They can get... Michigan State's got a chance to win this game.
Oh! Akins throwing it down, and it's a 4-point game. Rebound, and here come the Spartans.
Got numbers if you can see it.
Holloman will let it fly. Kohler screening for Richardson. Step back. Crossover. Down the lane. Oh! Hanging in the loop. It's been this man's show. Looking to create again. Yes. 44-20 since intermission for the Spartans. Richardson by 29.
I mean, we'll talk about it later in this segment. You just want to go into Candyland and say, oh, no, we can still win the Big Ten. No, when you lose at home as 12-point favorites, that kind of puts a damper on some things.
Has lost 3 of 4. The win coming in dominant comeback fashion over the weekend against Oregon. And next up is Saturday at Illinois, home to Purdue, at Michigan, at Maryland. It's why I talked about it on the pod, and then I did a CBS Sports HQ hit yesterday, and I was asked to kind of break down the Big Ten race, and I said, I don't think Michigan State's going to finish atop the league. Like, I don't even think they'll get a share because Michigan State has the toughest remaining schedule of Purdue, Michigan, Michigan State.
Crossover dribble. Howlin, the teardrop off the window, no ball, tipped up and in. Looked like Quintero got a hand on it and lays it down. Yeah, that a career high in rebounds and assists. Booker got it. That's what they need. They need some bigs to be able to stretch the floor. Richardson, 16-footer. Again.
Great hustle by Yakatobi, the numbers by Michigan State.
Inside. Carr with the two-hand flush.
Good defense by Carson Cooper to maintain his position.
Kang. Wide open. And this time, Jackson Cole. Boom. Jackson Cole. Head shoulder fake, dream shake, and count it again. And look at this. After being down by 16, we've got a 35-34 game, 13-0 run for Sparty.
Knocking that shot, a much needed basket by the Alliance.
Kohler again, feeling it down, rattles it down. Man down, ball deflected. Fears got a hand on it. Track down Richardson. Here comes the jam. Illini up by a penny. Richardson, baseline, Kohler continues to have the hot hand. Hit by Carson Cooper. New shot clock. Holloman, the lob. Bam! Cooper.
You're going to have to be very careful with those entry passes.
2-point game. Baseline, Akins, reverse layup, and go. Court line. 7 minutes to play. 65-64. Holloman rising. Count it. Fears. Curling. Richardson. Oh, beautifully done.
Jace Richardson. He looked like his dad right there. The Blue really hit this Illinois team. The lob again, and it's Cooper from Holloman. Being down by 16, double pump. Aikens no. Kohler fighting. Baseline. Aikens took a look. Kohler, got it. Plus the foul. Wow. Become the all-time leader in wins in Big Ten history. Aikens in the corner. Kohler. Oh, and he knocked down another one. Wow. Boswell. Rebounded. Holloman. Folks, you have witnessed history. The winningest coach in the history of the Big Ten Conference is now Thomas Izzo.
This Purdue defense just got bludgeoned by Wisconsin, especially in that painted area. 20 of 22 from the field. And right on cue, that ball reverses. You get a late switch. The puck was out there hanging on rims. Defense felt like they hadn't done a good enough job of remaining aggressive. Drive and kick. Open look in the corner. And Richardson sticks it. It's going to be there. Thing is, the assists have been there, though. The double-digit assists in 2 of the last 3. The cleanup man. It is hard to believe that Fletcher Lawrence only taking 1 shot and perfect off-ball defense. Lob it up. Skywalker. Holloman lobs up. A couple of weeks. Approaching 90 seconds to play in the first half. Richardson calls for the screen. Cross, drive, leave it, knocked away. Harris got a hand on it, 3 to shoot. Richardson has to fling. Oh, yeah! Pierce, Kohler's open. He'll let it fly. Knocks it down! His ears were burning. He heard you. 3% from the floor in this second half. Swing it. Fiddler's 3. It's good! 40% from 3. Intercepted. Fiddler running with Carr. Will take it himself. But Holloman off the screen. Double comes. One-on-one with Heidi now. In the paint. Has to float it up. Contact. Put it through. A chance for 3. 13th 20-point game of the season. He's got 22 tonight. Aikens, baseline drive. Kaufman run came on the help. It didn't matter. Aikens hangs and hits for 2 more. Set the screen on Holloman. Looking to turn the corner. Holloman on Kaufman Red for 2. He's made some tough buckets. Around.
Trying to get inside him with the Kohler.
Setback. Richardson has been awesome.
Nice hesitation. These kids are so good getting people on the hip.
Wow, that's Fears. Late shot clock. I mean, that is a one-timer from the point forward. Wolf. Oh, again, duck. Here comes Carr.
He's not playing anybody.
And so it's a long 2 again. This time Holloman swirls it in.
It's a play on the perimeter.
Here's everything at the arc. Here is Booker. That's good, and they needed it.
He can make some threes, though. Double baseline bump. Where's that hook? You got it.
Kohler will pitch it out instead. Fears an extra pass. He got it to Richardson. Another. He had 11 in the first half, and an opening shot from him.
I'm big on that one.
You're right, Rob. They are sagging off with Fears, and he's not going to take that shot.
And they don't look inside. They have a wide open guy. So at least
he does, and he buries it. How about that? Let's finish that for Cooper.
Look at the run out.
Nice pass. Richardson whirling to finish. What a move.
How about that? Talk about a little lingerie on the deck.
3 threes each of his last 2 games coming in. He's bagged a couple so far. That's an answer for Holloman.
And maybe
goes on there. Aikens the miss. Kohler sets up Holloman. Oh, rainbow is good.
How about that offensive kick out? This kid, I just...
Stepping back.
Wow, is he having a ball?
You can see the confidence that Trey Holloman is currently playing with. He is dripping with scoring swagger here. He's telling Fears. Scoring, that's tough.
That's the strength of that kid.
When you want to
Michigan with a good recovery there. Richardson. For two. 10 to go. They're going to let him shoot it. There it is. Oh! Wow!
Defending champion, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, indeed. Michigan State has done the job on Michigan stars. Outside of Damari Burnett, they've shut the water off on everybody.
That was Richardson that time.
Aikens spikes it. Back-to-back 20-point performances. Ball movement here for the Spartans into the front court. Aikens counted in the foul. And they need him to get going, and he is fired up. He hit that first shot 15 seconds in, but sends Fears to the bucket, and it's 7 straight from MSU. That's a trick with the block. Fiddler's got to shoot it. He gets it off. Did hit the rim. Richardson, look what I found for two. It's one of those 15-footer Queen shooting from 19. Look out. Hello, Carr. MSU still has not made a three. Fiddler driving baseline, got the bump and finish. But it's finished the possessions. Great play by Gillespie, couldn't hold it. Aikens now 0-5. Kohler got the rebound and put it in. You play Michigan State, you miss a shot, you got to get back. Holloman, nice penetration, and he was scoreless at the half. He's got a quick 6. Sophomore year, good contest. He flies down the floor to the corner, too. Booker for 3. And Michigan State has its first 3 and a 5-point lead. Now the pace starting to pick up, and a big triple by Jaden Aikens. I don't know, because he can look to score. They're really not guarding Jeremy Fears. He settles for 3, and what a big shot! Oh, and he let out a loud scream as he turned to the other side. Must have hurt us over here. I mean, they're timeouts left for Maryland. They got to go. Gillespie for 3. Kohler, no. Holloman looks the clock. Half court for the win. Oh! Oh, my goodness! Holloman from half court to win it on the road.
Aikens holding against Kanye. What a matchup between those two. Richardson lets it fly and gets the Spartans their first points. Agent on the floor, very close. Kanye trying to create some space over Carr. Played it well defensively. And Kanye.
Here we go upstairs.
Holloman, it's Carr. He may be the most electrifying leaper in the country. But look at Kohler all over the place. And then it's Aikens.
They're going to love that. They're going to flat out love that. Three-pointer, a long shot.
Black was their second high score. Aikens catching fire. Kanye gets it back. Underneath. Aikens left open.
Another kick out. Here we go again.
Aikens follows his own miss and cleans up the mess.
This first half, we expected it to be high octane, high intensity. These two teams have not disappointed. Open 3, Booker lights the lamp from deep.
I was on the half court set to get that shot for Winter.
Fears underneath Kohler.
That's what he wants to do. Got to get something going towards the basket. Break the big guy down.
Aikens, breakout game so far. 3 threes, steps back and rattles in it again.
Good recognition.
That point struggles continue. Richardson, transition 3, splash!
Up there by Cooper.
Fiddler coming back door.
Every
so
bit of it.
Pretty.
Every bit of it just then to get on the other side of the basket.
To the elbow, reset Richardson. 8 on the timer. Richardson step back 3. They got him and he buries it.
Good stop again for the transition.
Fiddler on a 3-point jack.
Moves in the middle of the paint.
Here comes Fiddler underneath. Oh. He's added an element to this offense in this game. 5-point lead. I don't think Jeffrey wanted it to look.
Oh, that's a
tough pass deflected. Gilmore.
Nice
turnover. Aikens ahead of the pack and he drops the hammer. Here comes Kanye knifing in.
Great play there by Carr.
Got his both hands on that ball. Look out. Oh! Just detonated. Akins out of Holloman. There you go. Up top, it's Cooper. And he drops his sledgehammer. If he can take over a little bit. Here he comes, turning the corner underneath. What a dime, gets it to Kohler, and a chance at three. Might have got Richardson, 10 to shoot. Cooper, roll into the cup. Just a lethal two-man game with Richardson. And I love the way they spread the floor, and they were very, very patient with that delivery. They had a cup. Look at Richardson with the steal. He's got Kohler if he wants him. Up ahead of the pack, it's Kohler. Jace Richardson taking the game over for the... I wouldn't want to play any of these two teams.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
Tanjay on the fire, misses. That was the other thing about the way this game ended. Tanjay, one of the elite scorers, just didn't have it in the second half. And the Michigan State Spartans still on pace.
The game has been so efficient on the year. It can burn in a number of ways.
Fears. Look at that thing spin around. Google a top. That's what that was. Now Thelwell on the push. The lob rejected by Holloman. I'm not sure where that lob was going. Here's Fiddler. Richardson begging for it on that right wing, and he hits the three. He had time to get out a variety of tools to size up that shot. That was Richardson blocked off by Bronze. He'll force it up anyway. Gets it to go and a foul. Oh, and a big screen from Bronze.
Trey Holloman and Brock Harding letting each other know about it. Yeah, conversing is the word. Trey Holloman and Brock Harding were certainly
short. Carr hot potatoes it out of his hands to Akins. The lock to Carr for the two-hand flush and a one-point game. Timeout.
These last couple minutes for Cohen Carr. Oh my!
Oh, the lob for the lead. First. Akins launches and hits. And really, that comes after the first 5 or 6 minutes of the second half.
It's not like it was from the jump.
Holloman will try the three. He will hit. 51 second half points for Michigan State, and the Spartans are running away with it now.
Golden gets it ahead. Steal. Fears gets his hands on it. He was trying to knock it out of bounds, and he does off of Donaldson.
And Raph, you talked about Michigan.
Fears picked up. Nice slip. Inside. And a corkscrew lay-in by Kohler. That's what they like to do. Get it inside and slip. And a foul called out front. This crowd is energized and engaged early. Bone does a great job screening and slipping. Look at the help. Kohler. He got a piece. Turnover. Get it ahead. Akins spots it. Upwards and clears. Bullet feet. It was risky. Turnover. Not a good look. No look up the floor. Back to back. Yes, sir. It's Akins. Timeout. Wolverines. Screen. Dribble handoff. Cheddar back to the bench now for Michigan because of the foul trouble. The penetration by Akins. Howlin lines it up. Look at a three. That's a great story. He was a starter. Little conversation. Hey, Jason's going to be big time. Let's go with him. He was great with it. Can't hit. Offensive rebound and a reload. Akins keeps on firing. Why not? Well, you've got to hit the glass against this team. Zahawa, knock away, scoop up, and the layup goes for Carr. He's fine. Look at the ball movement. Ball is popping. Fears, kick, Holloman. He's got it. But you can step into a jumper like that. It's a beautiful possession there. He's back to the door. Richardson is a high flyer. Look at this jump. Stepping and steal. Akins looking for the angle. Give it up. Down the drain. Kiffin is in for Michigan. Richardson trying to kick. Drew a lot of attention. Howlin. Kaboom. Collapse the D. And fine. Wow. They are 7 of 17 from three-point territory. I've watched a lot of their games. This is as good as I've seen them. We got offense here. Damari Burnett, offensive foul. Richardson, he's got the mismatch with Wolf. Buller can make that. Look at that. That will. Roller nails it straight away. Trey. Holloman, is he feeling it? Yes. He is. For Holloman. Oh, he's got that jumper again. Somebody's hurt over there. Oh, Richardson went down. But he'll step up and make it from the corner. It's amazing. Well, he tripped over. He's trying to take advantage with Holloman. The circle. The off the window. Beautiful touch for Trey Holloman. Fears is in there. Holloman, ball fake, pull up, money. But he owned his guy there. Richardson, switch out front. Stay on his left. No, he can go right. Richardson, the hesitation, that is special. Akins, switch. Over Cheddar. And shoulder fake. Akins missed it off the window. Zapala, the finish. Senior Frankie Fiddler. And the kiss. Zapala.
This game's an important game. They want to mock us all they want to mock us. I'm telling them it's not over. They can print all that crap all they want all over their locker. It's not over. It'll never be over.
The two guards were at half court.
It's just started.
So you might as well just come out and say what you're feeling at some point. You can only be different than the little brother stuff, all the disrespect, didn't have to go in that direction. We tried to handle ourselves with composure. It doesn't come from the coach. It comes from the program.
Have to walk to half court to make sure. And Kaysen and Brooks were still together, but they moved off of the logo center court area to allow Akins to have his moment. It's a Sparty celebration.